The reputation of the wine from Chianti was also going down. Prices were going down, and so the grape growers and wine producers were really having a very difficult time at that time.
Yeah.
And so when I took over the responsibility of the company, which was in 1966, and my father gave me the responsibility of the company, I had really to face a very tough situation. I didn't know really what to do, and so I started to go around and to travel and to try to analyze and to understand better the region, the wine regions in the world, which instead were in that moment successful. Just to try to understand what they were doing and the reason why they were successful. And actually I was very lucky to meet also some incredible persons that helped me a lot to solve our problems and to try to recover from that type of situation. One of these person was the Professor Emile Peynaud, a great person, wine man.
Of course,
Who was at the same time a great scientist. He was a professor at university, but he was also practical winemaker, I mean, in the wineries, and he was, above all, he was really a great wine lover. He used to love wine with his heart. And we went to see him with our winemaker at that time, Giacomo Takis, and he sort of fell in love with our region, with our wines. He understood our problems and he decided to help us. And actually he came here on a regular basis. He became our consultant for many years. And he was, in a way, the man who inspired us to produce wines not in the traditional way.
So it's a revolution.
It was a big change compared to the previous.
So you had introduced many new things. I mean, like the art style of vinification.
We introduced many different things. First of all, we picked what we thought it was our best vineyard, which was the vineyard of Tiganello. Incidentally, Tiganello is the historical name of a vineyard which dates back centuries and centuries. And it is located in what we think is an ideal situation here because of the altitude. It's approximately 450 meters above the sea level, with a very good microclimate. And then the exposure, obviously, it's exposed to southwest. It's also very steep, and so the drainage is very good. And the type of soil is a rocky soil, very difficult to cultivate, not very fertile, but soil which gives very intense products in terms of aromatic compounds. And so we picked the vineyard of Tiganello to do these experiments. We started, first of all, to change a bit the grape varietals, or the percentage of grape varietals. In that period, in Chianti, in this region, people were using up to 30% of white grapes in the blend, together with Sangiovese, mostly Trebbiano grape. And
what was the reason?
The reason was that originally Sangiovese used to give very sort of
acidity.
Acidity and tannic and astringent wine, and by adding a little percentage of white grapes, that could give a more softness, let's say, to the wine. But the reason why Trebbiano became so predominant in terms of percentage was also the fact that Trebbiano was a very productive grape variety, very productive, and also very resistant to disease.
Okay.
And so that was the reason why many producers started to have a production of Trebbiano which was too much, I mean, for the production of Chianti. And the first thing that we did was actually to reduce that percentage of grapes.
I think it was a good idea. So we are going to taste now four wines. Actually, we will start with 2008, which is for you a huge vintage for Tiganello.
It's the last vintage, the vintage that we have on the market right now.
Yeah.
It has been released a few months ago. So it's a wine which is very promising in my opinion. 08 was a good vintage. We were lucky in the last 10 years to have a series of very good vintages, and 08 is one of the good vintages, both for Tiganello and for Cabernet, because Tiganello is 80% Sangiovese grapes, and we have also a percentage which can vary, but it's approximately always 20% of Cabernet Sauvignon and Cabernet Franc. And so sometimes we have a better vintage for Sangiovese, and so we reduce the percentage of Cabernet. Some other times it's a bit the opposite.
Depends on the vintage, of course.
So it's not a mathematical formula.
Dipende dal gusto. Va bene?
Anche.
Okay.
Bravo.
Then we will start with the first wine. So it's like, put it here in the camera. It's like, here, 2008. Tiganello. So I pour in for you. Okay.
Yes.
So it's
well, obviously the color is the typical color of a rather young red wine.
Of course.
It's intense color without being black. I don't like the wines which are black, not transparent.
Yeah.
Here you can see a little bit of transparency of the wine.
You can the fingers through. I hold it here in the camera. It's like typical also of Sangiovese, but okay, there's a little darkness, but it's really, you have the transparency. So
and this is color which is going to stay like that for a long time.
Okay.
It's not going to turn yellow or brown, because this color has a sort of freshness and brightness.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which I'm pretty sure that in 20 years it will be just slightly changed, not as
Sangiovese
violet.
acidity. Sorry to interrupt you. The Sangiovese acidity keeps the color, right?
Well, some acidity is a guarantee also of longevity.
Yeah.
We don't want to have wines which are too high in acidity. It has to be balanced, the acidity with.
Right.
But certainly, you're right. Sangiovese is a typical grape varietal which produces wines with a certain acidity.
Okay.
Which makes the Sangiovese wines typical food wines.
Yeah.
They match very well with food. Maybe
like
in a tasting, a Merlot or Cabernet could be even show better results, but when it goes to enjoy the wine together with food, personally, I think that Sangiovese is really.
It's my. I totally agree. So let's check out the nose. So.
Yes, this is a wine that even at the nose is a bit unmistakably Tuscan.
Yeah.
And this is exactly what we like to do with Tiganello. Produce a wine which is, as basic character, is Tuscan wine.
Yeah, you feel there's something rustical. You have these kirsch aromas. It's not the over extraction. Some really spicy notes.
It's not a heavy wine. We don't like to produce what we call monumental wine. We try to produce more wine with elegance rather than big power. And And Tiganello is a wine which we try to produce it, focusing more on the elegance,
Yeah.
on the intensity of flavor rather than on the dimension. You
Medium
feel
body,
there's
but-
what we call a grip,
grip.
which is something that we are used to it and we like
It
it.
lingers very long.
It's not a flat or tired wine. It has a
It gives
freshness.
Yeah, absolutely freshness.
I think that what we try to do with Tiganello is to produce wine which has a freshness
Yeah.
and a purity. I mean, there's no odd taste. So this is very pure wine, due to the also the grapes that we use for Tiganello are always perfectly sound.
And hand-picked, of course.
Yes, not only, but also selected.
Okay.
If one year there are some problems with the grapes, we eliminate all the grapes. We have a double type of selection.
Okay.
Before the stemming, so we select the clusters, and then after the stemming, we select the single berries on a sorting table. And this is very important to have a purity of wine.
Well, this wine, I think, it will have a great life. It's, I think, drinkable for me. Now, I like when they're also young.
Young.
Yeah, they're really, really accessible wines, approachable. But I think that will mature really good in the cellars. So keep it for maybe, until, in my opinion, this wine 25 or maybe longer. Yeah, and compliment.
No, I think that the Tiganello is exactly what you were saying. A wine which is enjoyable when it's young, but a wine which can improve and evolve with even a very long aging. We are going to taste also a wine which is 30 years of age, and I think that you will still find it fresh in a way.
Okay, so then we go ahead. Next wine will be the 2007.
And 7, so 1 year older.
Yeah.
I think that you will find this extra aging because the 08 that we tasted, it's a wine, in my opinion, with a great potential for aging, but certainly it's still a bit tight. I think the 07 starts to open up a little bit. Obviously, Tiganello needs 5-6 years at least to really start to open up.
Of course.
But 07 was also a good vintage in this region, especially for Sangiovese grapes. So
I tasted the 2006 because we're tasting now 2007, but I had some weeks ago I had 2006 and 2007. It was like directly the I think the main difference is like 2007 was more structured, more stronger.
Yes.
Yeah, but we are going to taste now. The color, it's quite nearly the same. It's maybe a little bit darker.
Yes, it's a bit darker because that was the characteristic of the 07.
Okay.
Which gave wine with a lot of color. So this is the darkest color for Tiganello, this type of color, which obviously, every vintage is different.
Yeah.
So
every sun is different. Every wine is. Huh? Okay. Yeah, it's
already a bit.
it blossoms really.
open.
Yeah. There's a mixture of dark fruit, red fruit, also some cassis, a little bit only, more the Kirschen up front. There's it's really like the spice, some chocolate notes as well, some minty notes. Well.
Yes, absolutely. This is and I think that the combination between Sangiovese and a little bit of Cabernet, like the Tiganello has, I think gives the complexity of the wine.